Left 4 Dead 2. It's a pretty old game. How do I know? I'm only a year older than it. Now I know plenty, and I mean plenty, of people have already made videos about this challenge, but I decided I'm going to take a crack at it too, because why not? I'm bored. Now this video will most likely be 2 parts because I just do not have the storage to put this all in one part. So if you guys do want a part 2, make sure you guys like blow this video up or like something. I don't know. You don't have to blow it up, but like make sure it just does a little bit well. So without further ado, let's just get into this like right now, starting with No Mercy. Starting with No Mercy, probably the most known campaign in the game. Um, wait, what the fuck? You weren't supposed to see that. Anyways, No Mercy is the first map we see when we enter the game. It's also the first map we ever see, with the first trailer of Left 4 Dead being held in the streets of No Mercy. The first level of No Mercy is pretty straightforward as we find ourselves at the top of an apartment building, the same apartment building we find ourselves at the end of the trailer of Left 4 Dead 1. Now I went into this pretty careful because I had never played Expert Realism before this moment, so this whole time I was using my melee weapon to make sure I didn't accidentally shoot one of my teammates, ending up knocking them down. As we go forward with this, you will see that everything is pretty much normal except one thing. There was one mod I couldn't delete because it would not let me start the game without it. Let me know what you think of it. The first chapter of No Mercy is pretty straightforward. We are inside the apartment building and we have to head down to the streets and then into the subway where the safe room is. The streets are littered with zombies, however, and you're going to see a pretty familiar face if you are familiar with the game and anime Uma Musume. As I jump down the hole, I try to quickly go outside before I get attacked by anything else, but as you can see, the wild gold ship tries taking my life, in which I quickly deal with her. After gold ship is dealt with, I know that there is a witch at the end of this corridor, and I just walk past her gingerly, but I can't say the same for my other teammates, in which Bill was the unlucky one in the situation. Rest in peace, Bill. You will be missed. The rest is pretty simple. I end up making it to the subway without any other problems, and we head into Chapter 2. With Chapter 2, I tried bulldozing my way through the infected, and I quickly learned that that wasn't going to be a viable strategy. With the amount of damage that infected are able to take in Expert Realism, I needed to take a more tactical approach to how I approach this level. As we progress through the subway, we pick up better weapons and go up these stairs in which I find there is a witch standing right in front of us. I try to contemplate how I'm going to get through this with everyone alive, but as I do this, Gold Ship makes another attempt on my life. As Gold Ship is swiftly dealt with by my teammates, I decide that it is just best to go through and hope that nobody angers the witch. But in my attempts to do so, it turns out that Lewis is not too good at following orders, as he gets attacked by the witch and ultimately perishes. We soon die after this after I'd stupidly shoot a boomer and look down in self-pity. I was not happy. I was actually really depressed. The second time didn't prove to be much better as I ended up losing Francis due to a tank fight. But at the end, I still made it in, even though I lost both Lewis and Francis in the process. Chapter 3 proved to be much better as I ended up killing a fallen survivor right at the beginning, gaining his supplies. This one fallen survivor actually made the whole difference to the level. I was able to use his pipe bomb to get through the crescendo event pretty easily, and I ended up getting to the safe room without any situations happening, and with all bots with moderately good health. The fourth chapter would prove to be a little bit more difficult than the rest, as I lose Francis right at the beginning to a witch. After I end up killing Gold Ship, we go to start the crescendo event that calls the elevator down to take us to the roof. Yeah, this did not end up going well at all. We got stomped. The second attempt wasn't much better as I ended up losing Bill and Francis to a rage-induced monster on steroids. After losing both of them, you can only imagine how me and Lewis did during the crescendo event. It did not go well. During the third attempt, I finally managed to huddle all the AI into this room. which we stood in the room until the elevator came and ended up fending off all the infected successfully.
We need to find roof access.
After making it out of the elevator, we ended up getting to the safe room, losing Francis on the way there, but nonetheless, we still made it to the safe room.
This is going to happen real fast. Could you please cover me?
The final chapter would prove to be the hardest. I died the same amount of times I did in the last chapter, but it was a little bit harder because we kept dying to the tanks. We didn't make it past the second tank until the end. Here are the stupid ways I died.
Dude, I'm half your size. Come on, get up. Punching me.
And finally, the last attempt. I made sure that this was going to be the attempt where I had everything pulled out, so I switched my bio bomb for a pipe bomb and got ready to do my thing. The last attempt was actually the best attempt. We ended up almost all making it out until some tragedies happened in which I left all the bots behind, but before then, everything was going well. As the last tank is finally executed, I realized that Bill took a hit before I killed the tank, so I have to go and res the rest of my team. I quickly res Francis before going to res Lewis. Then I realize the helicopter is coming. So after I res Lewis, I don't even decide to wait for them to res Bill. I start running my candy ass over to the helicopter, quickly trying to make an escape. I couldn't tell you what happened to Bill and Francis, but I know what happened to Lewis. It was on purpose. I needed this run to be finished.